It. You just fell. You just kissed the table. You just ate the table. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna do a quick mic check. Hello, check 1 2, check 1 2. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna do a quick mic check. Hello, check 1 2, check 1 2. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna do a quick mic check. Hello, check 1 2. All right, here we go. Now the title of this session is ambiguous, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to edit it before I get too many people coming in expecting this to be the general collective reading, because it's not. I do have the right thumbnail on, so fingers crossed people know. But yeah, I feel like I've got about 1 minute to edit this, and then collective cardinal tarot reading. Let's see what. Let's read the cards. Let's read cards. That's better. Perfect. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Chris! Hello! I mean, not Chris, Elizabeth! I literally was reading your comment, Elizabeth, and then was like, Chris! Hello! Comment, Elizabeth. All right, cool. Microphone's working well. Oh, no, I know. I literally just jumped off live. I had like 9 people sitting in there, and then I feel bad logging off, but these segments that I'm doing, the reason that I'm doing it, like, there's a whole explanation why, Elizabeth. Like, I'm spending the first year of YouTube really practicing, having a look at all the things that I want to do, seeing the kinds of things that I want to do, seeing where I want to put energy, what type of things I want to do as well. G'day, Kevin. How's it going? And so this first year, I'm trying to do as many lives as I can, because as I understand it, even while I was sitting in your chat the other day, while you were having the chit chat, that was awesome, by the way. He said an idea. It's like, on the days that you don't feel like going live, you can jump onto your catalog that you've got saved and you can make edits. You can make shorts or videos. And that his form, I don't know what the speaker was exactly that you had on your chit chat, but the way that he was speaking was like, yeah, that's right. And he was the person that suggested that you need to have a store before you're able to get monetized. I don't remember what his name was, but yeah, he was pretty much, and I naturally was doing this process of keeping Chip. So I don't know if you want to link his details and then yours, obviously, after you hang out and whatever, but yeah, Chip has so many great ideas, and that panel that you opened up was amazing. I did sit through it and was like, wow, this is the kind of stuff that I've been looking for. Like, since that panel way back when I started even just interacting with YouTube more as a viewer and a participant, like, I saw that big panel that came up and I was like, this is such a cool concept. Like, but I would like for it to be changing and evolving and changing with the culture, changing with the seasons. And yeah. Oh, you know what? I went to go have a shower and then I ended up having breakfast with mum and dad. So I just didn't come out. So yeah, anyway. You're an Aries, aren't you? This reading will probably be for you too. It is the cardinal reading of the zodiacs. So yeah. Kevin, good to see you. Poppy, hello. Hope you're all doing well. But yeah. This is the cardinal reading. So here today we'll be reading on Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. We speak to action, initiative, leadership, and vision. So if you are a cardinal sign anywhere in your chart, any position, this is a timeless reading. You can take the energy and leave it in a playlist, or you can put it on a watch later, whatever happens. But yeah, hopefully we can get you some messages from Spirit that are in alignment with your highest good, for the highest good of all. Elizabeth literally just linked Chip's channel, and yeah, what I was just talking on, it's not my ideas, they were all his. I'm just repeating them in the way that I understood them, so it may not even do them justice. So yeah, and that's Elizabeth's channel, who literally was the page where I saw this conversation happen. So you've got to go check her out. For many different reasons. I like just going there and relaxing and chilling and chatting. And yeah, lately she's been opening the invitation for people who might be comfortable to appear in front of a camera if they're ready, or to appear behind the default picture that you've got. And yeah, so if you've been thinking about starting YouTube or wanting to give it a go before giving it a real go, Elizabeth's segment that I caught and I'm quoting here, that one was the one that you'll want to catch. So yeah, she does that a fair bit, I think. And I like the segment. You get to see a good mix of everybody, like all sorts of people. So yeah, I mostly go there to unwind because I don't know how to relax. All right, so for the highest good, Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, please ensure that the right people connect with this message, and that everybody that connects with this message finds messages of confirmation for themselves, and allow us all to initiate things with purity of heart, to lead with compassion, to have vision for all, and to take action where necessary. All right, let's do this. Kevin P. Perfect. I was going to say to do that too, actually. Perfect. Thanks, Elizabeth. Good to see you as well. So, Knight of Cups comes out first. So I've got 6 cards in front of me. What's their center energy? I feel like I need my amulet. I don't know. Ooh. It's either the Knight of Cups or the Moon. What's going on here? The Moon, that's Pisces. Wow, this reading is already so different to the previous reading. Oh my gosh. All right. So the full 9 cards have already hit the table for sorry, I was literally just trying to concentrate on the energy. It's like so the energy of cardinals, and this has been why I've sort of put zodiacs into 3 separate categories: the cardinals, the mutables, and the fixed. The reason I've done that is because when I do collective messages, depending on what energy is the loudest is how the message will come through for collective. So if a cardinal is leading the way through a card, or a fixed or a mutable, that's sort of how the message comes out. And so I thought to do this, especially before I go and do a live with collective energy, where it could be anything and anywhere. This is specifically to try and get some information for cardinals though. So I'm constantly in my head going Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. And yeah. That's why, like, and I'm trying to make sure that the energy is sitting in the right spot. And the first 9 are really important as to where they sit. Otherwise, it really can make the whole reading just read so strange and disconnected. And then that's just me. Like, I then sit back and I go, I hope that this is right. Like, I don't even know. Like, I hope that it's right. Like, it's spirits. It's like dealer's choice, but it's the option is towards spirit. Like, spirit is who's leading the whole way, and I just try and stand out of the way as much as I can so that I can read the energy that's coming through. But yeah, sometimes it is hard to stand out of the way as well. So yeah. V, hello again. Sorry I ditched before, but I had finished the reading for the mutables, and now I'm back for cardinals. So good to see you again. Hi V. Oh, well, the reading I just did before, and literally with all my readings, you can use the first 9 cards to check if you're resonating, and then you can just skip the video if it's not for you. You'll know if a message is for you or not anyway. Pretty quickly. If you're trying to force it or make it fit, that's usually a good indication that the message isn't for you, and that's okay. Because, you know, I'm trying to be here 5 days a week, as many hours as possible, and so if I don't catch you on the first live, I'll catch you on the next one, or 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 the next one. Because I realized very quickly that I was running out of data, and so I'm going to save all of my lives on YouTube. And then I've got a catalog to work with later at the back of house. So yeah, little cherries that I throw in throughout my readings, as always. For those paying attention and for those needing answers and stuff, it's like, yeah. We're all supposed to work together to try and win in our own lane. We're not trying to steal fruit or anything from anybody else. There's enough to go around. Do you know how much attention is built into like the 7+ billion of us that exist on this planet? That's so much attention. We don't all need to have all of it all the time. We just want to find the people that are for us. And so the more you show up as yourself, the easier it will be. All right. So the very first card that I'm pulling is the Hierophant. So here we're starting at 1221, or 1231, sorry. The Hierophant in the middle of this reading is telling me that you're tapping into your own spiritual wisdom, your own leadership, maybe traditions, or even you've connected with an institution that's making sense for you. With this being at the root, very much Taurus energy comes through here, but if you want to change it to the element of Earth, it might be Capricorn energy. You've nurtured yourself, you've been practical, and you've remained determined. You've allowed yourself to experience everything that you knew you wanted to experience, and this is giving you a very stable sense of self. Your ability to trust yourself now is growing, and so everything that's coming to you, whether it be through intuitive hits or through messages from the universe outside, obviously taking what resonates and leaving what doesn't, you're doing more and more of what is inside of you to do, which is giving you permission to just continue expressing yourself. You can express yourself now as you desire. And I'm feeling that it's quite a passionate expression at that, because in your creativity and your intellect position, we get the Knight of Wands. Now, Knight of Wands energy talks to fixed energy, Sagittarius, the way that I read things. And this card here talks to passion, courage, and adventure. It's fun that Sagittarius is an adventure seeker, an exploration seeker. But yeah, you're embodying this energy of being able to see the disconnect between different things, and so you might find niches easier. You might find the gap in an environment that you want to be a part of, or that you already are a part of. Maybe you're a business person, maybe you're a light worker, an energy worker. I don't know who I'm speaking to through this message, but it is the cardinals. So the people who are literally taking action right now, the people who are using their initiative, allowing themselves to express leadership by their life, not leading from a place of, oh, I'm the leader, now look at me. But it's leading from a place of, oh no, I know what I'm doing and I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing. and other people's discomfort doesn't affect me. That's a pretty cool energy to be sitting in, to be honest. And that is what leadership is all about. Sometimes you are called into situations where if you don't bring balance to it, then it may not ever be balanced again. So to the people who are bringing this energy to the collective, thank you for leading the way. If you're leading the way in the element of fire as an Aries, thank you for showing us how to use our internal spark, how to be initiators within our own experience, allowing ourselves to be bold and standing in what we believe in because it's what we believe in, not being afraid to challenge reality or at least present as we feel to present within reality. To the Cancers, those of you who might be nurturing others or even nurturing yourself so that you're at a place that you can express yourself more clearly when you come into the collective space. Those who are maybe more sensitive, expressing this sensitivity as only you can express it. The way that you're expressing this, Cancer, might look protective, but it might also look defensive for others. So allowing yourself permission to balance out how you're taking action, how you're showing intuition, leadership, vision, literally, this is how we move forward together. So the last one I'll talk to is the Libra, harmonizing, diplomatic, and charming. So, however it is that you're leading us forward, Cardinals, keep doing what you want to do because the way that you do things may not be replicated anywhere else in the world. And if you don't show up the way that you feel that you are and want to show up, then perhaps no one else in the timeline will. No one else today will. So if you don't take up the space that has been set aside for you to take up, then perhaps people will never see or hear the message that is inside of your experience to express for somebody else to go on expressing and experiencing as they are meant to. When we show up as we're supposed to, when we show up as ourselves, this is when we really do embody this adventurous spirit, and we really do find everything that's for us because we continue walking inside of a beautiful curiosity that allowed us to just find what's for us. And you don't miss what's for you, not really, because you will always find yourself at the right place at the right time. And I don't know how it works, but it works. And if you're following your passions, then it happens more often. It seems like luck, but it's not. And to the people I'm talking to, I think like you've got a lock and key on how this works for you, however this manifestation works for you. Now, in your willpower and emotion position, I am getting that you're appearing to yourself as the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups again, Knight would be mutable energy. Cups would speak to water, so the mutable water would be Scorpio, if I'm not wrong. I think that's right. I don't know. It's Pisces. Anyway, Scorpio is fixed. Mutable anyway. It feels really balanced. It doesn't feel like you're coming from like a place of needing to protect yourself or anything. I do feel like you're taking moments to slow down, smell the roses, open the door for somebody, show somebody the way, take time to listen to somebody's story. It can feel romantic for some people that have never experienced genuine affection or love, but it's okay because you know who you are and you're committed to who you are and you're going to continue expressing as you are, which is perhaps just your communication style. As you can see, there's like a little lyrebird or a quail type bird here with a cup full of fruit. So I feel like your relationships at the moment, Cardinals, they're very fulfilling. The energy that exchanges between you and the external world right now feels balanced. It feels mutable in a way. You are bridging your own emotional experience in a way that's going to be healthy for you. And I'm getting this really strong ringing in my right ear. So maybe that's connecting with someone that's a masculine. I don't know. I will say, just before an expression and a passion is expressed, we do get the moon energy. So with the moon energy, this talks to secrets, illusions, mystery, intuition, and subconscious. When this is how you're expressing, this card also represents Pisces, which was mutable. Talking to the moon. Oh my god, I love that meme. Every time I see it, I laugh my ass off because I can't imagine what I sound like, even though I've heard myself and I don't mind. One way or another. But the energy within this card is following the white rabbit. Now, when I say that, I get the energy of like the Matrix, and when Neo follows the white rabbit, he has an experience he wouldn't have otherwise if he had continued to do what he was doing. And so I want to say, with the energy of this card, whatever cycle you are in, and bear in mind, they don't need to necessarily be negative cycles. We are in cycles all the time. We are in a season, we are in a month, we are in a week, we are in a year. We are in cycles in many different ways. So in many different ways, our life is a Venn diagram with the collective experience. And so if you're not ready to reveal the energy that you've got inside of you within the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands energy, don't reveal yourself too early. Like, you can reveal yourself at the pace that is absolutely comfortable for you. You don't have to move any quicker. If anyone rushes you, you can take that opportunity to slow down. If anybody even tries to slow you down, you can take that opportunity to speed up, but it's up to you. This whole experience is occurring for you to decide how you want to respond as a preference, because when we're reacting, that doesn't come from a stable place. A reaction can sometimes appear like the knight energy versus a king or a queen, say. So if you can slow down, if you can do the shadow work necessary for you to remain in control, be in full regulation of yourself, and even limited triggers by other people, or at least the external reality, you're going to go from like winning to winning to winning to winning to winning to like, I don't know, you're going to become the moon. You're just going to start reflecting sunlight. You're going to embody sunlight as well in a way that makes people want to reach for you. When the moon hits your eye like a great pizza pie, that's amore. I don't even know. Woo! All right, and where do we go from here, Spirit? All right, we're going to the west. All right. So the west leads in with this Knight of Cups here. So the Knight of Cups talks to chivalry, romance, and communication. The other card that leads into the full west is Strength. So this is a major arcana card. This card here could represent Leo. If it resonates for you, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Leo is fixed. This card here speaks to inner power, persistence, courage, and persuasion. When it's in the position that it's in, it talks to love and possessions. And so, oh my gosh, guys. You know how I made those backflow incense cones? Look, it's working. It's working. Look at the smoke. It's actually flowing way too much from the top, but it's actually flowing from the bottom too. Hello, Shirley. Sorry, I really do get distracted by myself a lot. I'm sorry. And so strength inside of your love and possessions position, I do feel like all of the relationships that are important to you are solidifying. Anything that may have been flaking in this eclipse season, I want to say, it's coming back. And it's coming back because you've got a stronger sense of who you are, Cardinals. You've been persistent in the missions, the plans that you've had for your life, for the collective that you attach to. And so because you have seen and held on to that vision, you've held on to your own inner power, or even connected to source consciousness and realized that your power is infinite. This is where you are drawing courage from. You're moving into your future knowing that you've got this beautiful wreath of health around you. You've got so much health and abundance surrounding you at the moment that I know that you're just going to keep moving from strength to strength, knowing enough that when you need to slow down, when you need to take a break, when you need to stop and breathe, just know that the universe will reflect that back to you. You will see that in the universe offering you different signs and wonders. So here and now, it might be the sign of the Four of Swords, which actually represents solitude, self-love, recovery, or rest. It's usually somebody resting on a tombstone because, anyway, it's not to go into it fully, but you used to have your own tombstone, or the king would, before going to war, because if he died in the war, then his body would be brought back to the tombstone. It's a little bit macabre, but anyway. If you're seeing signs of slowing down, if the change of seasons was quite significant, impactful for you, it gave a rise to emotions, then just know that maybe Source, Creator, Universe is calling you to rest. Look after yourself. Give yourself the love that you give to others. Don't forget, this is coming on the back of the Knight of Cups as well. So you can be this romantic energy within your life, within your world, and you can offer that to everybody who comes into your experience. But if you're offering it to yourself first, this is where this rest really becomes it becomes this time capsule for you to sit in, recover, heal, regenerate, and then pop out, like with that cardinal energy, like the thing that you're moving towards, the relationship that you want to have, even the way that you want to express yourself within your reality, whatever it is for you, however it is for you, however it works for you. Keep applying everything that you know, everything that you've come to, and everything that you've experienced, because the way that you hold on in the here and now, getting to where you want to go, that's really what the success is all about. That's really where you can measure the success as a base note. You can measure that success and take it all the way to the bank, it feels like. So, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. That was your Western message. To go down to the South, what's at the foundation of all of this? You finding your inner strength, you finding the way that you can express yourself in the external reality is ultimately what's going to bring about a completely, it's like you're not even going to know yourself. That's the energy that comes out here. This card here is the Two of Major Arcana, which is otherwise known as the High Priestess. Oh my gosh. This card talks to divine feminine, intuition, spirituality, and emotions. So you coming to the strength card, right? You coming to the realization that you are the one that's going to give yourself love. You are the one that's going to get all of the things that you desire. So you might as well give yourself this strength first. That's what brings you to the High Priestess energy. So if you're currently intuiting that you need to change your career, or there's something telling you, oh, I should educate myself here or there, maybe sign up for that course. Maybe sign up for that class. Maybe sign up for that thing that you've been feeling you might want to do, because whatever it is, it's going to bring a balancing to your foundation that you may not have realized you needed, is the way that wants to come out there. But once you get this intuitive hit, or once you unlock this intuitive skill within yourself, and you're just maybe reading your own dreams, tapping into your emotions in a way that's meaningful to you, and you're not really straying into reactions anymore, you're definitely responding to reality. It's not happening to you. If anything, it's happening for you. This is where I get the Four of Wands at your foundation. So you've literally found comfort, you've found stability, and you're celebrating. I don't know, celebrate good times, come on, let's celebrate. I want to have a good time. Boop, 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 woohoo! Celebration. It's time to celebrate and have a good time. Do you know what I mean? Like, Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird fly. Oh my goodness. Now is the time. I don't know. You've done shadow work, whoever this reading is for. Again, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. You've done all of the work that you need to do. Like, there is literally, I don't feel like there's anything else that you need to achieve in your here and now so that you can just keep experiencing everything that you've been working towards experiencing. Everything that you dreamed of is about to occur. That's intense. Now, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Use your discernment, please. But everything that you've dreamed of is about to become a reality. That's a huge bloody statement. I don't really feel comfortable saying that. But we do have the Seven of Cups at the bottom, so it's your choice. It's your choice to choose your highest timeline and operate out of it. Otherwise, you can continue going at the adventure that you're at and know that you'll arrive anyway. You can't make a mistake. For the people that this reading is resonating with, you can't make a mistake. And so I urge you, just keep being yourself. Keep going on, showing up as yourself, because you can, because you want to, and because who else are you going to be? What else are you going to do? How else are you going to operate within the world? Who else is there to be? You can only be yourself. And if you're not being yourself, then maybe this is your reading to start being more of yourself. Because ultimately, the way that you choose to express yourself is your choice. And so you don't need to become defensive or aggressive when anybody doesn't see what you're talking about, how you're talking about it, and doesn't get it. Because it's not a competition and it's not a race. Everybody will get to the same place eventually. And so why not do it at a comfortable pace of being who you are and being who you know you've always been? And so for the Eastern card, we have got the High Priestess feeding into it. So into you becoming, you actually lock in your intuitive skills. You lock in for your career, or you change something based on an intuition that gives you access to more wisdom, maybe gives you access to more finances based on your intuition. Maybe you predict stuff. So maybe you work in the stock exchange. I don't know what you do. Maybe you're actually somebody who predicts how the stock market is going to move, and that's why you needed to have this intuitive hit. Maybe there's just more and more people choosing to move away from localized currency to digital currency. I don't know. I'm all about like spiritual personal sovereignty on this channel. So whatever you're doing for yourself that's setting you free and allowing you to use your passions, like this Knight of Wands, mutable Sagittarius energy in that, just know that once you decide to move, like to actually go in the direction that you feel to be going in, once you decide to actually do it, the speed at which you become is going to potentially even shock you. Your becoming is so on the way that I don't even know if within this reading you already get it moving towards you. Like, you could be unlocking this for yourself by just participating in this reading. But whatever it is that you have put your plans and you've aligned your passions to within your own experience, whatever it is that you've done to unlock this for yourself, just know that the Eight of Wands energy talks about speed, talks about action, and talks about excitement. And so if you're not feeling this right now, just know that the best indicator that you're about to step into this timeline, this next timeline, and become everything that you've always wanted to be, will be that excitement, that natural excitement. And it's not going to feel like anxiety. And by now, I feel like the people that I'm speaking to know the difference. You know how to emotionally regulate yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to operate in your highest, like, ascended or exalted cardinal status. The things that you're working on don't start and finish well. They don't, like, you don't have that ability to create action. You don't have that ability to use your initiative. You're stuck in leadership. You're not really moving anywhere. Or you don't have visions. That would be that would be the people that need this reading a little bit more than the people that are actually moving in all of their... Whoops, just knocked my flower. Moving in all of their power that they've realized. I feel like I can talk to the full spectrum within the way that I speak, because we're all here. We all have the option to operate in our highest timeline or in a lower one. It's a frequency thing. And we're not always going to be in the same frequency. The types of foods we eat, how hydrated we are, how clean we are, how clean our space is, how happy we are in our space, how happy we are at work. All of these things affect our vibration. And I've gone into it as an example with these singing bowls. But if this singing bowl was full of stuff or full of water, when I would ring it, it wouldn't be able to ring the way that it does because it can't resonate. It's too burdened, it's too heavy. And so, to the full spectrum of cardinal energy, the king energy of the tarot for me, keep doing what you're doing, no matter where you find yourself in that spectrum. If you find yourself able to achieve everything that you want to achieve, congratulations, keep going. Don't stop and look around, because that stopping and look around could put you in a stuck sort of energy, which is also what an 8 speaks to me, which is why I want to speak it. Allow yourself to just use the energy that you've naturally got within you to move in the direction that is already calling you, and you're never gonna work or waste your energy again, ever again. All you have to do is show up as yourself, show up authentically, have a little bit of a plan of what you want to do, and then do it. Because you may not be for everybody, but you know that the people that will resonate with you will eventually appear. Like, especially if you're on some kind of life timeline where you're following your north node, maybe go and check your chart out, find out what your north node is, and see where you're going to end up in your life if you follow this journey of the north node. But it's up to you. I know that a lot of people will only know their suns, maybe their moons, maybe their Venus, especially if you're looking for that kind of connection in your reality. But the places that are important for the way that you move forward, I think north node is pretty important. South node too. Know where you shouldn't be operating, what energy you shouldn't be operating from. That's pretty important, because that energy pulls you in the wrong direction, in that low vibrational energy direction. And then being able to even operate in the very center of the energy is great too. So those were the first 9 cards of the reading. You can use those 9 cards to decide if this reading is for you. And now I'm going to read the external 13, and then, well, the external 12, and then the last card, which is the 13, which is the 22nd card in the reading, or the bottom of the deck energy. I'm going to have a sip of coffee and say hello to everyone in chat, because I feel like I've missed a lot, because I was trying to blurt all of that out and then say hello. So hello everybody. If I've missed you, I'm going to quickly say hello. Woo! Kevin, I see your name a lot. Thanks for chatting. I hope you're having fun. Hope this is hitting for anybody. I know that energy is fluid, so different things will resonate with different people, but just like everything else, just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm not trying to be a bully. If you feel like I'm talking too close to your energy, I just am talking on energy. So it can change. As simple as one decision can change everything. So yeah. Yeah, that's right. I like what Kevin said last. We should all help each other get there. That's it. I feel like this life is a full adventure that we can all participate together and get there at the end together in comfort, peace, love, and unity, or we can race there. And yeah, we're going to be more tired if we're racing there, because we've got to use more energy to be in places that we might not want to be in. And yeah, anyway, talking to a future that may never appear. I'll say again, if anything's resonating with you, you can leave me a like. If this message wasn't for you and you're going to go and catch another one in my playlist, you can also leave a like for that. If you want to subscribe and see more of my content, you can do that. I appreciate it. That is how channels grow, I think, by just chatter, views, and subscriptions. So thanks to everyone who's subscribed recently. I appreciate it. And yeah, if you know anybody that might need this message, feel free to share it with them, because that as well is how this this channel will grow and how we will grow as a channel, because I don't even feel like this is just my channel. It's as much everybody who shows up, interacts, says hello, says anything, dumps an emoji. Who knows? Like it's us combined that's making this happen. So I hope that for the people that I can show up to during the times that I can make to show up for, I hope that you guys keep growing in the ways that you want to grow and reach all the people that you want to reach. And I hope that I can keep doing the same. So if we keep winning together, beautiful. I'm not in competition with you because honestly, I don't really know where I'm going. So I'm not in competition. I just want to see everyone win. So if you're winning, let's sit around together. But if we're going to sit and lose together and talk about people who are losing, then I probably won't. I won't vibe with that, and I'll peace out. And yeah, I just like talking about potential. There's so much energy inside of potential, and not from like a place of toxic positivity, from a place of like, you literally can just do anything when you talk about solutions and not problems. So I like sitting around people that talk about solutions. Yeah. All right. Breathe. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I just slapped you in the ears 3 times. All right. To get on to the external 12, the very first card of the external 12 is the Empress. Oh, shoot. Already hitting the major arcanas on the clock. So at 1 o'clock, the self, the identity, the becoming, this is Aries. This could be an Aries signifier for you. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You are somebody who is embodying feminine power, divine feminine energy there. You're embodying creativity, fertility, expression, and pleasure. Now, fertility can look different. This could look like, if you're a creative, you could be really fertile. And what I'm saying there is you're getting a lot of ideas to do this or that. If you're actually in a relationship and you're trying to be making a baby, then maybe you actually are fertile. So if you don't want to make a baby, don't be a fool, cover your tool. Make sure that every choice is the right choice for you. More power to people choosing what they want their life to look like, right? I all of a sudden feel like the moon could be significant. We did just go through the beaver moon, and before that it was a blood moon. So maybe at the pace of the cycles of the moon, you feel yourself changing, you feel yourself growing, you feel yourself developing with the cycles of the moon. That's interesting. You're also somebody who is now able to just recognize your value, and you're living a life that is rich. You're living a life that is abundant. People see who you are by how you show up. They see who you are by who you show up as, because maybe people know what you've been through and what your past looks like. And so maybe you're just somebody who knows when to slow things down and take a longer look at something, so that the outcome that you desire or that source has given you to live actually comes about. And that is a very slow allowing things to come to self. Interesting energy with that Empress there. The next card, the 2 o'clock on the clock, Taurus position for the regular spread, but your values and your resources are currently in alignment with your passions. Whatever is inspiring you, that's what's bringing in your resources. That's beautiful. So whatever you've been manifesting, it's been you pouring your passion into the experience that you're having, enabling yourself to continue. Like, it's almost like this never-ending money loop that you're doing, because maybe you're just doing more with what you've got, and because you're doing more with what you've got, you're just attracting more. I think that's the law of attraction. You just live as somebody who has already embodied. Well, thank you, Spirit. The reason that this Ace of Wands is there is because you knew something was coming. You knew that you needed to express yourself. You knew that you needed to appear in the collective as yourself, because this is what was going to make your karma your energy move for you in the direction that it was supposed to go in faster. So I feel like you're unlocking your own personal finances by doing what brings you joy, doing what brings you happiness, doing what you knew to do, what you've seen to do. Wow. Knight of Swords. Woo! So this would be mutable air, so maybe Gemini energy here. Oh, cool. Gemini energy in the Gemini position. I think Gemini is right. Yeah, because fixed is Aquarius. Communication and learning with this card. So on the outside, this feels like you may actually meet someone. They may be a Gemini. Doesn't have to be. Take what resonates, but this person is going to be daring, they're going to be ambitious, and potentially a bit single-minded. So if this isn't someone on the outside, it could also be you. So if you're trying to learn something and you're struggling, maybe, again, with that Empress energy, slow down enough to receive what is being offered to you. Slow down enough to actually recognize, all right, what brings me light? What brings my passions into a big blaze? What allows me to get very excited about reality? Where do I find that? And so if this is a person, if this is another person, figure out how to communicate with them. Figure out what you need to communicate with them so that you can interact with them more. Make that first step. Give yourself the opportunity to move towards this if it's what you desire. So that you can be celebrating not just on the inside, but on the outside, especially if this is an external energy. But as well, for the people that it's not an external energy, just know that you're literally embodying that energy. So you're ambitious and you're daring. You're giving yourself the opportunity to experience all of reality as it appears for you to experience, and you're not really tampering with the experience. You're just playing in it, living in it, being yourself. And that's making even more of it appear for you to experience. So it's very cool. I do sense that immediately after that, you do move towards something that is very grounding in terms of emotions. It's an emotional foundation that you're moving towards. Thank you, Spirit. This card here represents change, support, and movement. So you're literally moving towards whatever vision is in your mind, whatever image you had in your head. You have been manifesting this. You have been creating it. You've been moving yourself, even supporting yourself in the ways that you need to, so that you can live this dream timeline. And if not, you helped someone get into their own dream timeline. Because that's sort of what the cardinals do, just by means of example. And they do really make good leaders because they just live their lives. They show up as themselves. They show up with authenticity. They love their life, and that's why they can show up. That's why you're showing up, whoever this reading is resonating with. Like, you're effectively having an experience that you've created inside of your mind, and that's why it's feeling like home. Your whole experience is feeling warm, safe. You're not stressing about anything. It's very fixed energy with this Six of Swords, like Aquarius energy there. Like, it's like, I want to say you feel at home in this age where you can express yourself, where you can access information, where you can even communicate about information. I might be talking to sapiosexuals here, I don't know. But whatever it is, that's the fourth card. I feel like you've got a lot of stability inside of your mind, inside of your heart, inside of your soul, your spirit, and so your life is just changing. Your life is moving. Your life is moving to something freaking awesome. The 5 o'clock on the clock, and we've got Leo. And with this card, Aries energy again. So your creativity, your pleasure, your heart, which is what this position speaks to, can I just say go for it? Like, I don't feel like you can lose, Aries. Especially because if you have been following your creativity to express your passion, if you have been following what brings you passion to find pleasure, if you've been filling your own heart with your own medicine and healing yourself from the inside, you're going to be presenting as an emperor. Otherwise, you might be meeting another cardinal. That's where I want to go with that. You might meet another cardinal who shows you the way from a different elemental perspective. Because if you're a fire sign, maybe you need to learn about the water signs or the earth signs or the earth signs. Do you know what I mean? It's a collective experience and we're all having it at the same time, in our own time, together, right? But you by yourself are bringing healing energy into your life. You're not forgetting the things that caused you pain. You're not forgetting the things that literally kept you stuck. You remember you're going to move forward with that Mars energy, but you are healing. And so take whatever time you require to get back to this energy, because when you lead the way, cardinals, specifically fire with this card, when you lead the way, we actually do get, we collective get our spark back. We get to initiate things within our reality. We actually can be more bold within our experience because you are the first of the cardinals. So if you're to do it, then of course we can do it. But also know that if none of us have done it and you're about to do something that nobody else has done, just know that Spirit's backing you. I really feel like I've got the confidence to say that Source Universe sees what you need to achieve in your lifetime, and because it's something you need to achieve, the resources are always going to appear for you to achieve what Source wants you to achieve, especially. Now, this is a great way to confirm if something that you're wanting to do is in alignment with that. So try it for yourself. Call in your angels, call in your spirit team, call in your ancestors. Allow them to speak to you about things that might be in your path. Try not to resist what they offer you, because then you can put yourself in like the infinite position and then you may not shift out of that vibration again. So be sure that you're wanting to enter into that journey, and then enter into it, because there's really nothing to lose except being stuck in one cycle of learning. And so 6 o'clock on the clock, the home, service and refinement card. This is the 9 of Wands. So this card here talks to strength, completion and determination. So remain determined through all of your trials, all of your tribulations. Allow yourself to experience everything that is appearing for you to experience, because if you, the cardinal, are sitting at this place where you're ready to come to the collective experience and offer what you've learned to it, then when you come to it, then that's literally when you elevate to a 10. You connect with the collective and then you achieve your purpose within the collective. I feel like Virgos, specifically maybe earth elements, Capricorns, you've done what you need to do to nurture your own internal fire, which is why you're at a 9. You're at like this very ascended level, Capricorn energy with cardinal coming through there. Ooh, I got goosebumps all over my head. You're just doing things different. Your determination literally is what's keeping you going. You don't have this energy of, I'm giving up. I feel like you've literally got the energy of a dolphin and rabbit inside of you, which is why you're not stopping. You know what's coming, so you just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do we do? We swim, swim, swim. Oh, oh. I like to swim. Hello again, friend of a friend. You see me now. Bow, bow, bow. You shoot it down. Bow, bow, down, boom, beam, bum, bang. All right. Thank you, Kevin. Sorry you have to go, but I'm almost finished as well. So see you on the next one. 9 of Wands. Is there anything else with that, Spirit? No, it's just like dark horse. You're the dark horse. Maybe I'm talking to the black sheep of the family. But you know what happens when a black sheep keeps trying, when they don't give up? a black sheep eventually becomes the goat, the greatest of all time. It's your life. You can choose to stop with 9 wands, but you know how close you are. And for the people that this message is resonating with, you actually know how close you are from achieving everything that is in your lifetime to achieve. You know. And so if you need to take time, if it's a lot longer than you have energy to do right now, take the time. But please, don't forget how close you are to achieving everything that's inside your experience to achieve. Don't forget, when you feel safe in your home, when you actually can volunteer yourself to your experience and do it from a place of love and light, you literally refine yourself like gold. You literally turn yourself into somebody who becomes a light for others. And so for the people that are already in this energy, thank you for what you're doing, literally. Because you're giving us an example to follow. Time changes everything. And for the people that came before us, they have used their time accordingly. We have so many different experiences to have today that if we allow ourselves the time, slowing things down to a pace we can handle, we will achieve, we will arrive. And what are we arriving at? Ace of Cups energy, healing energy, wicked, happiness energy, joy energy. Yeah. And this card here is in the relationships and reflections. So insofar as what I've said, if any of that has resonated with you, I do feel like there has been a healing inside of your relationship. Could be talking to Libra specifically here. Maybe you have found harmony inside of your experience. Maybe you needed to be more diplomatic with something. Was it your energy? Was it your time? Was it your resources? I don't know. But from the reflection, I can tell that you slowed something down enough to get a good look at where you needed to heal, and you've done it. So well bloody done. That means the relationships that you've been having have been more and more meaningful. The way that the collective experience is reflecting to you is more and more in alignment with what you're here to achieve. And so, of course, Libras, if your charm all of a sudden has been turned on and the world is looking at you, just keep doing what you're doing. You're winning. So, and whether that's a message for the Libra specifically or for any of the cardinals, keep winning. It looks good on you. We don't need to focus on losses if somebody else is winning. And when somebody else is winning, we are too. Like, you don't need to lose and you don't need to focus on the losses. It really does throw you out of balance. It really doesn't give you that Libra energy of balance and having safety of mind to make decisions that are in alignment with your highest good. Like, I feel like the people that are resonating with this message, the internal core of this message is for somebody who has done the work. You know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it, even the side references and stuff. Like, and I get it, not everything's going to resonate, but it's like those are the people that actually know what I'm talking about, that know, oh my God, yep, that's it. It's like we all see now, the 12 of us inside of the collective experience see. And I know I'm only talking to 4 right now, the Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorns, but the more that each of us embodies the lessons that we've learned already and we live empowered by the experiences we've had without guilt, without shame, the more we're going to change the world just by being ourselves, by showing up as ourselves with purity of heart, with lightness of heart, so that then nobody has to feel like we are a burden. Even we no longer have to feel like we are a burden. We can just participate meaningfully, wholly, and nothing bad will happen, because nothing bad needs to happen ever. And I feel like I'm waffling. So I will move on to the next card. At 8 o'clock on this timeline, the transformation and power. This is the Queen of Swords. You literally remain objective. You tap into your own intelligence and you communicate what you need to. If not, that energy is coming towards you. And so if this is the energy of somebody who's communicating with you that I feel that blah, 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 or I want blah, 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 and you're coming to some kind of agreement. I got like partnership energy there. Like maybe you're a boss somewhere and you got to have a manager's meeting and you're deciding on which way to go where. Queen of Swords energy is sort of like a prompt for me to say to you, hold on to everything that you've learned so far and walk through this point knowing that transformation sort of has become your energy. You've moved from potentially drama to drama, knowing exactly what step you need to take, what door to open, what key to try. And this is just you realizing your own internal power, really. You've begun to become somebody who's communicating maybe the way of an Aquarius with that fixed air energy. But when you stop and have a look at all the ways that you can interact with your reality, you're actually using your mind, it feels, to narrow down into the experiences that you've been looking to have. I don't know how long you've been looking to have these experiences. You're starting to see a pathway forward. You can literally start creating the path forward if you have a vision about it or a dream about it, because where do thoughts come from? Do you control thoughts? Think about that for a minute. Queen of Swords, the transformation and power. If somebody communicates with you how to transform and how to tap into your power, and then you embody that lesson, so be it. Go out and tell the rest of the world. That's what we're supposed to do anyway. You know when you see a little ant and they're walking around and they crash antenna and then they keep walking in whatever direction they were going in? They're communicating when they do that. And if we all communicate with each other, then by 6 degrees of separation, we can change the world. So just keep showing up as yourself, keep showing up in the reality and the timeline that you participate in as yourself, and don't worry about anything. Don't let your heart become heavy. Don't feel heartache. That's a choice. Like, you can choose to live in heaven or hell. And so this Three of Swords energy for the Sagittarius card, for the 9 o'clock card, the expansion and belief, I feel like there is some shadow work for you to do inside of your heart space. So if there was a recent separation, if there was a passing away in your family, I'm sending you love and light. I'm sending you so much happiness and abundance that you can just focus on what's important to you and move towards the things that really do bring you light, that make you believe in the world again. But if you're somebody who's just experiencing some low-grade loss, then just know that the amount of emotion you pour into it is going to lock up your brain, your mind capacity, and you're going to be expending energy, leaking energy in the heart space, which will create this hellscape, this heaven hellscape. Your mind is your heaven and your heart is your hell, especially if you don't regulate it yourself. If you don't take the keys back from the devil, then you are at the devil's behest, right? So when you're the master of your own heart and when you're master of your own mind, you are the kingdom, the god of heaven and hell within your own experience. And therefore, you can move through Three of Sword energy as the cardinal that this sort of represents, the Libra energy that it represents. You can use your own sense of justice. You can use your own sense of balance to find your way through. And if you connect this to expansion and belief, then maybe you're even going to show people how to connect to this energy for themselves, so that then the whole world can just be turned on and activated and in alignment with starting what feels good to them and never stopping that process, just continuing to start whatever feels good and creating a world that is beautiful for everyone to participate in, not just you or me or the people that it's important to. Goodness gracious. Now, with the 10 of Swords showing up, I don't know what that means, but there was no real need for you to put that in twice. So, bye-bye. The 10 of Swords appears in the 10 o'clock position. So this is career and reputation. So by now we've been traveling the outside of the wheel for 10 hours. If you're at the 10th hour and you've been building your career, you've been building your reputation, maybe it's a pretty big career, pretty big reputation, because 10 Swords tells me that's like the completion. Am I still online? Yes, I am. This tells me that you've come to some kind of completion. Either there's been pain, sadness, or a feeling of being stabbed in the back inside of your career or your reputation. Whatever has happened for you in this area, Capricorn energy for sure. This is the Capricorn position within the reading. Whatever happened, just know that your reputation carries more than even you might have perceived. You're going to be given the Ace of Swords in the universe's timing. You just need to keep showing up as yourself, not letting this pain show. Don't let them see you bleed. I come to there. If you have experienced sadness, transmute that. Transmute that sadness into energy for you to use as any way that you want. Because sadness is a very strong emotion. And it's a very strong energy. And so if you don't regulate it yourself, it will regulate you. That could show you as being somebody who is a little bit reactive versus responsive. So slow things down at your own pace. Give yourself the opportunity to breathe through anything that's happening for you, even in the workplace, if it's happening at work. If someone's challenging all of your ideas, all of your policies, all of your procedures, just know that you're at work. So if ultimately someone doesn't agree with your ideas, that's fine. It's just an idea. You're there to work, so you can keep your head focused on why you're there. And if you're working, then you're probably there for the money. So just focus on the money. Get to know what your scope is. We live in a material world, right? So get to know what your limitations are. Get to know what your actual job description says. And if they get you, your employers, get you to do something that's outside of your experience or outside of your knowledge, and you know you need to go get upskilled in some way, just know that you're needing to be charging for that. If it's not in your work description, don't do it. That's extra value that you give to people that they might not even be paying for. So look after your career, look after your reputation. Don't become somebody who's a pushover. Don't become somebody who can be swayed this way or that way. Literally remember who the frick you are, Capricorns, Aries, Cancer, Libra. Lead us. Lead the way. You want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. Said you want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. Now, do you really want to start it with a Capricorn? Is that really a good idea? I don't know. But for whoever this message is for, you will know, once you hit this point, you will always remember you have action inside of your blood. You have initiative inside of your bones. You have leadership inside of like your ancestral memory, and you've got vision for not just you, but everybody around you if they ask for help. But if they don't ask for help, you don't have to send energy. Literally, focus on what brings you joy. Focus on what has brought you to be at the moment that you are at in the here and now. If you're at the good part of this energy of this reading, you know how far you've come. You know who you were yesterday. You don't have to go back to being that. You never have to go back to being that. You will graduate from this energy too. You will come to a completion. You will get this higher recognition from Source Universe. You don't need it from another human. There's 7 billion of us anyway. Do you need to seek validation from just another one of us? Probably not. So if you can give it to yourself, give it to yourself. You're never going to need to rely on somebody else to let you know that you're doing a good job. You just come and be yourself, and because you're just being yourself, you're not doing a job. So you're always doing good, right? So keep winning, keep kicking goals. And if you're somebody who works in the community as a psychic, or somebody who helps people heal or initiates healing processes for people, maybe even awakenings, you show people on spiritual, you have esoteric conversations, I don't know how it's going to show up for you. Ems, hello. Sorry, I did mean to say hello, but yeah. Where's Poppy? I can't see Poppy. This card here is in the community purpose. Or do I need to scroll up? I don't know. When you're showing up as the King of Wands in the community and purpose position for whoever this reading is for, you're showing up as somebody who embodies love, you're quite balanced, and you're very creative. You're somebody who starts things in those areas. So maybe A part of your community purpose is to be attached to somebody in love as a romantic partner, but if not, maybe you're somebody who's literally supposed to share love everywhere you go. I know that that mission can be a bit hard because rejection is a bitch. I get it. Nobody wants to be rejected, but if the world doesn't get love, and especially from whoever's resonating with this reading, if the world doesn't get your love in this timeline as you are with all the experiences that you've had, then maybe that community won't ever receive it. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no one else on the planet that's like you. You are the only one who can fulfill your purpose here on this planet. Yeah, people can try and people can copy and people can try and cut things to pieces and make it work for themselves. But ultimately, nobody sees what you see. Nobody feels what you feel. And nobody can do what you do. So just keep showing up as yourself, literally. Become the King of Cups. Embody your divine feminine aspects or your divine masculine aspects and just live. Live balanced in the knowledge that everything that you've done up until this point is going to allow you to continue to move forward at a pace that is comfortable for you. There is going to be nothing that holds you back from achieving everything that's inside of you to achieve. You are the limitation. You are the limitation. And so choose what you'll show up as. Choose exactly how you'll show up and don't stop showing up as that. We need you to keep showing up as that. The rest of the collective need you to keep showing up as that. Because at the moment, I don't know, there aren't many Kings of Cups running around. Where is the love, the love, the love? Woo! Ama, yeah, that's right. Is there a Poppy around that I'm not seeing? I feel like I'm confused by that, but anyway. Ems said hi to Poppy. Why can't I see a Poppy? I'm so confused. Anyway, keep showing up in this energy. Keep showing up as you are. You know who you are. The person that's resonating with this message, you know that you're doing everything that you need to do. And when you show up in this energy, the walls, the perceived blockages, they don't really exist. They don't really show up and hold for very long. You move forward like a wave, like a tsunami. Tsunami! Tsunami. Never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Thought make it to the end. I know I'm not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend. Da 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 dee dee dum. Did I be it doody dum? But ain't up but it but do. The nights we used to sing so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. Addicted to the things that we wanted to say. We could have been so good together. We could have made it last forever. But now, who's gonna die with me? Please stay. Oh, I'm never gonna dance again. I'm so sorry. The coffee's kicked in. We have the King of Swords. You all saw that the Queen of Swords came out. So we have the King of Swords coming out. This is you meeting potentially a freaking divine partner. I don't know, on the outside. If not, you're literally going to meet a couple of people on the outside. Air signs, maybe, but it doesn't have to be. This card here could be another Libra. Or you could actually show up in your own experience more and more and more as yourself. Therefore, you have surrendered to the subconscious. You have surrendered to the collective experience and you're moving into it with complete mental power. You're standing in your truth and you're moving with courage. You're moving in a way that people can't predict, people can't plan. And the reason that you're moving this way is because you're moving at the word of God, at the word of source, at the word of spirit. Odin may be a specific energy that's for somebody, but yeah, it's like you're moving with the cycles, you're moving with the seasons, like, I don't know, maybe Hecate, Maiden Mother Crone, Cerberus might be important to you, but then even then, Hermes, bird energy, like, I don't know. There is something that's going to be revealed to you that gives you the final key to move in the direction that you've always wanted to move in, to have the experiences that you've always wanted to have, and really to be operating from this 22nd card, which is the Chariot, moving in the energy of the Chariot, literally traveling where you want to, being in full control of yourself, therefore your experience, putting action as the good cardinal that you are to all the things that need to be actioned, being so determined that people don't shake you, distract you, or disrupt you. You just, when I move, you move, just like that. And that's your willpower, cardinals, that you're embodying. You are embodying the 7 of major arcana, the Chariot energy. And so please don't lose control. Don't doubt yourself. If you find yourself at a crossroads, make the decision that benefits you first of all, and then decide for everybody else, because you are the one that is going to have this full experience yourself as yourself in the here and now for the rest of your existence. So it may as well be the most comfortable experience that you can offer yourself and give yourself while you have the fitness, the breath, the dreams inside of your experience to do it. And this card here is Cancer energy. So I feel like if you're able to nurture your own dreams, be sensitive to what spirit is saying to you, and protect everything that is coming to you or already in your experience to protect, then you're going to be operating from a 12th house kind of energy, following your subconscious and completely surrendered to the experience, knowing that you can't lose. And everything that's being inspired within you must be for you, because otherwise you, as the cardinal, would not be on this adventure. You would not be on this path. And so, with the 22nd card being read, I want to say thank you very much. If you have liked this message, please leave a thumbs up. If you want to let me know what you liked about it, or if you want to see more of any of the videos that I've got, check out my playlists, and then leave a comment on the video you want to see more of. That helps me know what you want to see more of, like a couple of you have already. So thank you for the way that you're interacting. Hit subscribe if you want to follow along for all of the stuff that I put out here. I am about to start traveling up north towards Queensland. So from February next year, this nomad adventure begins again. So if you're wanting a personal reading, feel free to check out my channel description. You can find my email there. I've even got a donation link if you want that. I was sort of trying to wait till the super chats became available, but I need a little bit more time. So the best way to support my channel right now would be by watching content that resonates with you. I need the views, and I need the long views. So if you do find a video that resonates with you, try and stay till the end, but if not, it doesn't really matter. Any bit and piece that you can do to help me get hours, awesome. Didn't even realize that was going to be an objective that I was trying to reach. But yeah, I wanted to wait till the super thanks came out, because that's just the easiest way to manage it. I don't really need to share details and this and that. And then, yeah, to communicate instantly. So now I'm going to move into the second half of this reading, which is the free energy part. So if you don't mind, I'm going to chuck the kettle on. I might go use the loo, and then I'm going to come back, and anybody that wants to have a reading that has watched at least the first 9 cards that I read. So if you jump back to 5 minutes at the beginning of this reading, of this video, you will see... What will you see? Jump back to the beginning of the video, 5 minutes. I can't think. Should I go use the bathroom? Jump back to 5 minutes. That's the start of the reading, the first card. You just have to hang out for the 9 cards to try and get a sense, because I use those internal 9 cards to explain the external energy reading that I offer. So if you're able to resonate with any of those 9 cards, cool. Hang out, ask for a reading. If not, don't stress about it. I will be back. I'll come back tomorrow and the next day, and for 5 days a week. And if you don't catch me and you need energy from somebody or an energy reading from somebody, just know that there is plenty of options. I'm not the only person on YouTube, and if we don't resonate, that's fine. I don't want to be for everybody. I feel like that would be very much like pick me energy. And so I just show up as myself and read when I want to, as I want to, on behalf of Spirit, on behalf of the Heavenly Father and the Divine Mother. And so, yeah. Energy. Let's see. Oh, I didn't freaking put my kettle on. I need to fill it up. All right, I'll be back. 1 sec. I am going to run outside really quickly. My kettle's empty. Oh, I wonder if this works outside. Can you all hear me? I'm currently at my tap, and my little receiver is plugged into my phone, but I'm outside. So I wonder if you can hear me from all around the caravan. That would be cool. All right, back in the caravan. Can turn that on. Hot water, please. Wouldn't it be nice if the world was Cadbury? Everything in Queensland would be gone. Oh, hello, it's me. I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. They say the time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing. Hello. All right, Shirley, let's see what's going on for you. Are you an air? What was your cardinal, by the way? What is your cardinal, and what position on your chart too? Of course, you're a Libra. You know, that's the only one that I don't have on my chart. I've got Cancer, I've got Capricorn, and I've got Aries, but I don't have Libra. Interesting. Let's go. So the Libra card today was the Ace of Cups. The energy you came from was like the Nine of Wands, and then you're moving towards the Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords is pretty good to be moving towards. So the 3 cards that are on the table here. Okay, so the Moon in reverse. Anyway, the energy that you've come from, Shirley, is Pami. Hello. Shirley, the energy you came from Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords energy typically speaks to feeling stuck, helplessness, denial. Not very good energy. I'm trying to remember if this came up in the reading or not. Didn't. This card came up in the fixed, in the mutable reading that I did though. Whatever area of life that you're feeling stuck in, if you feel right to, take a leap of faith with it. See if you moving in faith. It's something that you've been thinking about doing, but maybe not fully confident in doing. Whatever it is, you've actually done a lot of work to make sure that this thing appears exactly how it's supposed to appear. So taking a leap of faith, but trust your gut, trust your instincts, trust whatever spirit is telling you it's time to start, because ultimately it will be in alignment with something that's going to feel healing. It may be a connection. You may be restoring a connection with somebody that's really important to you. But overall, the energy you move towards is the Empress energy. So you are about to go into a moment. I don't know if that's today or if that's tomorrow even. Timeless energy reading. But yeah, the Empress energy did appear inside of this reading today. Did it? Am I lying? No, it did. It was the very first card. So I feel like this reading that I did today, if it resonated with you, should have a lot of info in it for you to know exactly where to plant the right seeds, where to plant yourself, who to hang around with, how to express yourself, where to get pleasure. And literally, it's going to bring about a season of fertility for you when you step into this energy. So as soon as you feel ready to accept what is coming towards you, accept it, because I recognize that you're working hard towards changing the energy within your experience to be more conducive with dream fulfillment rather than, I don't know, nightmare fulfillment, right? And it is energy that's coming towards you once you release what you need to release and just allow what the universe is sending towards you to come to you. So yeah, Shirley, I hope that is helpful. I hope that gives you some confirmations. The last card I want to read is the Moon in reverse. So allow yourself a period to release fear and anxiety. Tap into some self-healing, whether that's meditation, whether you connect with nature through going for a walk or camping, or even go to the beach and read a book. I don't know how that looks for you, but give yourself moments of self-healing, one day at a time, you know, and just trust your intuition, because this card as well came out in the reading and it was in the upright. So you may be transcending the moon energy and moving towards the sun energy, or you may be regressing towards the star energy. But either which way, this feels like it's gonna lead you towards either the star or the sun. So either which way, that's happiness is coming towards you as soon as you do this little moment of self-healing. Yeah. Shirley. Shirley. Yeah. Shirley. That was your reading. Alright, everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Need to send me the poem that got published. Ooh, published! Ooh, congratulations. That is so freaking exciting. Ooh, I love that. I still feel like this little thing that I'm doing here on YouTube, I still feel somewhat invisible. Like, I enjoy that aspect too, though. Like, I feel like once you've got thousands of people that follow you, it's like, oh, how intimidating. Imagine going online and having 1,000 connected to you. Or, I mean, not intimidating. It would be pretty cool too, but like, once you're published, it's like it's real. It's out there, isn't it? You're out there. You're out there for everyone to consume or not. Like, it's cool. Pardon me? Yeah, what's your question, sweetheart? Oh, Shirley, it's always nice to be recognized. Sometimes for some things, not so much, and sometimes for that, that's all right. It's pretty chill. Maybe, wait, are you in Australia? Yeah, V, no problem. What was your star sign? Are you a cardinal? Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn? Which of the which was you? V? UK. Okay. No, I haven't really been to many dispensaries. I've only been to 2. And I pretty quickly, like within the first 8 months, I tried a whole bunch of different flowers. I tried the oils. I got into gummies in the end. And then eventually, now I'm just like, I don't know what I want anymore. I kind of don't really want it anymore. Gemini. Yeah, that's what I use it for too. It just lets me focus. All right, pulling some cards for the Gemini. V. That's not really what this reading is for though, V. This reading really is for the cardinals. The Gemini reading was the previous video. So I don't know if you're going to be around in like 3 or 4 hours, but I will be live doing general collective messages, and I can give you just a general energy reading for that one. But I'm really trying to just do within this reading, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Like, do you know if you have any of those placements inside of your chart anywhere, V? Literally, you might. Like, you literally might. But I'm just trying to sort of keep connected to the cardinal energy. That's all. Because the Gemini message would be also just Libra, sort of. The Libra side of this reading. But yeah. Sorry, it's just I'm already tapped into this energy. If only I could turn back time. If only I could. Da, 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 da. Pardon me? Scorpio is the next reading I'm doing. Literally. Literally, I will be back later, and it'll be general collective energy that I tap into. So this message specifically is for cardinals to take and use however they want. Like, literally, it's like a dealer's choice. You take what you want. That's why the last reading, which was mutables. Yeah. Anyway. If you're still here, I might as well just do it. Like, I don't know if you're still here. Pardon me, I'm gonna pull a couple cards for you to see what guidance there is for you in the energy. First card I saw, Knight of Pentacles. This card talks to expansion, hard work, steadfastness. It's calling you to persevere. So I don't know if in your past, I don't know exactly what your past experiences were, pardon me. Obviously, This is the internet. It's a public forum. And anybody who connects with this live after the fact will be able to connect with the energy that I read out loud here in a public forum. And so I do have the option for you to contact me for a personal reading. But this card here specifically, it's not really telling me that any support is coming for you, pardon me. You really should support yourself. You have gotten yourself to this part in your life, maybe by divine guidance, maybe by you choosing to go through the experiences that you choose to go through. But the energy as well within this card, it feels like it is mutable energy. So mutable energy within this card is Virgo. I'm not sure. There is something within your experience that you're not seeing. There's something within your experience that you're choosing to focus on that's keeping you stuck in this like heart space. Like, I don't know, it's like like the energy that you're pushing out into the experience or into the universe is coming back to you very quickly, and it comes back painful. I don't know why. It has something to do with the way that you choose to communicate. Now, Capricorn might be specifically important for you. I don't know. But Capricorn energy comes out twice here. The second card that comes out for you, pardon me, is the Three of Pentacles. So this talks about cooperation and teamwork, but also creativity. So I don't know what it is to do for you, but it's something to do with the way that you choose to communicate or the way that you choose to express yourself. These are the types of experiences that will continue to come back to you. That's the karma that you put out into the world. That's the karma that will come back to you. So the things that you're choosing to keep doing, the way that you're choosing to continue, I don't know, mistrust, I don't know that mistrust is that vibe or that energy. I just feel like, to tell you the truth, I feel like you need to nurture yourself. You need to think about practical ways to help yourself out of this situation. Look at why you're experiencing distrust with family and friends, and try and stay focused on whatever mission it is that you're here to complete, pardon me. I don't know what that mission is, because it's obviously not my mission, but whatever it is that you're doing, you need to keep doing it for yourself. And then once you change the way that you communicate, once you can see that it's always been your choice, the power has always been within you to change your reality into what you desire, this is where you're going to set yourself free. This is where you're going to release yourself into a new experience, and then maybe your trust will start coming back. But the last thing I want to say for you is learn to trust yourself, learn to love yourself, learn to do these things so that then you can understand what things trigger you, what things anger you, what things excite you. And then you're able to lead yourself in the direction that you want to go in. You're not going to get pushed one way or another, if you understand what I mean. So, pardon me, that was your reading. Even bottom of the deck energy is the Hangman. So once you're able to change your perspective, once you get a change in perspective, whatever it is, you really will release yourself into a new timeline, a new energy, really. And so if you do feel stuck, like you haven't taken an opportunity that was for you, or you couldn't make a decision, or you couldn't let something go, and if you've been feeling delays, just know that by you getting a new perspective, you're going to be able to move forward into the timeline that you want, rather than the timeline that seems to be around you right now. So yeah, pardon me, that is your reading. That's it. Does anybody else want a reading before I jump over to fixed signs reading? Just make sure you're taking what resonates and leaving what doesn't. I've been here for 98 minutes and 44 seconds by my clock, so I feel like that's a good little chunk of time hanging out with you, beautiful people. And so, yeah, If nobody else has a question for the tarot, I will disappear. Thank you to the 246 of you that tuned in. I appreciate you. Kind of you to join me. If you were an Aries, a Cancer, a Libra, or a Capricorn, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. This video was for you. So please use your discernment. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Please like, comment, share this video. It helps me keep meeting more and more people that the videos that I put out are for. And yeah, overall, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being around today. And if you're just tuning in now, thanks for tuning in just now. This is the end. I will make the video public like as soon as I edit the title. So thanks for tuning in. If you're a fixed sign, I will literally be back within the hour to do a fixed sign reading. So the fixed sign reading is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So if you're any of those, I'll catch you on the very next reading, and that will be within the next hour, if not within the next 10 minutes. So Carissa, good to see you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Pardon me? No problem. I really want God to bless you too. Please, please, please accept the help when the universe offers it to you, okay? Because it is coming towards you. You just need to open your heart and heal whatever hurts inside, and then it's done. It's done. Let it go with love, light, and move to whatever feels good, because this is what's going to give you so much joy and happiness. I know. It's hard to get through it right now, but you'll find strength and you will go on. So to everybody, have a good night. Keep being beautiful. Keep being full of joy, because you know what joy brings? More joy. And keep overflowing into your collective experience. But remember, put your own oxygen mask on first. For the love of your soul, please put your own oxygen mask on first. God helps those who help themselves. All right. Hasta luego. I'll catch you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye.